Welcome back to the Poorly Educated Podcast Today in the News, the only news show where we proudly remind folks we ain't read more than 2 books, and one of them was laminated so it don't count. It's Thanksgiving 2025. The turkey ain't the only thing getting roasted, and America's holding together like duct tape on a screen door. So buckle up, grab a plate, and prepare for the most redneck geopolitical briefing this side of a Bass Pro parking lot. Segment 1. The Ambush at the Capitol. Turkey, Terror, and Total Chaos. Washington, D.C. got itself a Thanksgiving appetizer nobody ordered. A full-blown ambush right next to the White House. 2 National Guard kids got shot by an Afghan guy who somehow went from CIA buddy to cross-country road trip terrorist. I swear, this country treats immigration vetting like it's a Waffle House menu. Yeah, we got options, but none of them are good. This fella, Lockenwall, drove from Bellingham, Washington to D.C. just to start shooting, which is wild because I won't even drive across town if the gas station nachos ain't fresh. And of course, Trump jumped on camera talking about terrorism, crime emergency, and revet everybody, which is politician talk for, this is why everything's my enemy's fault. Meanwhile, the guards deployed all over the city, so D.C. looks like Black Friday at Walmart, except the folks are armed on purpose. The judges keep saying the deployment might be illegal, and Trump keeps saying, la la la, I can't hear you. And suddenly, 500 more guard troops get called in. I ain't seen that many uniforms in one place since my cousin's 4th wedding, and the administration responds exactly how you'd expect. Immigration freeze, Afghan ban, terrorism charges, and a review of basically everyone who ever made eye contact with the CIA. It's like TSA, but angry. Segment 2. The end of the Trump prosecutions. All charges, no consequences. All right, y'all. Let's talk about how Trump's legal troubles went from 4 criminal cases to 0 accountability faster than my uncle disappears when it's his turn to pay child support. Georgia just officially dropped their entire RICO case, thanks to a dude named Pete Skandalakis, who basically said, "Look, this all happened in D.C., not Georgia. We don't want it. Take it up with the feds." But the feds also don't want to prosecute because of the whole "you can't prosecute a president" deal, and the New York hush money case ended with a conviction but no punishment, which is basically the government's way of saying, "We're disappointed in you," like Trump's gonna go to his room and think about his actions. So all the legal dominoes fall just right, and Trump hops online to yell about witch hunts ending and justice winning. Which is hilarious because if justice won, a whole lot of folks in this country would be in jail for way less than mishandling elections and classified paperwork. The big precedent now is basically, if you're president, you can't be charged with anything while you're president. So hey, if you're thinking about committing crimes, just win the election first. That's the new American dream. Segment 3. The Ukraine peace plan leaks, land swaps, and ego flattery. Next up, we got the Ukraine-Russia peace plan leaks, which read like a badly written group text between a real estate guy, the Kremlin, and someone trying very hard to impress the boss. Steve Witkoff, Trump's special envoy, gets caught on tape basically giving Russia a cheat sheet on how to talk to Trump. Make him feel like a man of peace. Tell him he's handsome. "You look great today, Mr. President." It's diplomatic pillow talk. And then Witkoff straight up says the quiet part loud, that peace probably means giving up Donetsk and maybe swapping land somewhere else. Look, I come from a family that once settled a boundary dispute by spray painting a line between 2 trailers. But even we knew you don't negotiate away stuff that ain't yours. Then they reworked the plan from 28 points down to 19 points, because Ukraine basically said, "Are you kidding me?" And Russia said, "We like the first one better." And Trump said, Get it done by Thanksgiving. Like peace in Europe is a group project, and he's the kid who shows up 5 minutes before class. Zelensky's like, sure, there's some good parts, but we still gotta talk, while Russia wants the original draft that lets them take what they want and smile about it. It's like watching a custody battle where neither parent actually likes the kid. Segment 4. The Hong Kong Inferno, Bamboo, Flames, and Bureaucracy. Now, while America was arguing about immigration, immunity, and Eagles versus Cowboys, Hong Kong decided to catch fire, literally. A blaze ripped through the Wang Fuk court complex, killing at least 75 people and leaving hundreds missing. And the reason? Bamboo scaffolding wrapped in flammable mesh that turned 7 skyscrapers into a giant tiki torch. Y'all, I like tiki torches, specifically when I'm grilling, but not when they are attached to buildings with actual human beings inside. This thing spread so fast that firefighters couldn't even get up the stairs before the whole place turned into the world's worst bonfire party. And because it's the 21st century, the construction company apparently shut off some alarms, stored flammable stuff on site, and maybe just didn't care about basic safety. 3 folks got arrested for negligence, which is about as useful as grounding your kid after the house burns down. Hong Kong officials say they're banning bamboo scaffolding, which is great, except the whole mess was more about corruption and bad oversight than sticks tied together. Segment 5. The ACA Subsidy Cliff. Healthcare as a Holiday Surprise. Moving back home, Americans are about to get hit with something scarier than Aunt Karen's Jell-O salad, insurance premiums doubling on January 1st. The pandemic-era ACA subsidies are expiring, meaning millions of folks are about to have to choose between healthcare and paying rent. Which is dumb, because last time I checked, untreated medical issues also make you homeless. Trump's White House is proposing a 2-year extension, but only if you make under 700% of the poverty line and you pay at least something. No more zero-premium plans. Which is funny because rich folks get tax breaks all the time, but giving poor people free insurance is suddenly socialism. The Republicans in Congress responded with pure silence. Somewhere between, we hate subsidies and we don't want voters to burn down our offices. They're just staring at the ceiling, pretending the problem will solve itself. Which is how most redneck dads approach plumbing. Segment 6. Tariff taxes. Holiday cheer costs extra. Y'all know I love Christmas, mostly because of the food, but this year everything's more expensive thanks to tariffs. According to new numbers, Americans are paying about $132 extra per shopper because of added costs on electronics, clothing, decorations, and toys. That may not sound like much, but that's basically half my grocery budget if I'm buying name-brand ramen. Electronics alone add about $186 in tariff costs per person. That's insane. At that point, you might as well just buy your kid a stick and tell him it's an Xbox. Clothing's up, home decor's up, artificial Christmas trees are 10 to 15% higher, and I ain't paying extra for a fake tree unless the thing comes alive and cooks dinner. This is what happens when you try to fight China, Mexico, and everybody else at the same time. The only thing getting punished is my wallet. Retailers say they've eaten as much of the cost as they can, which is exactly what every dad says before he admits he blew the paycheck on tools. Segment 7. Thanksgiving Parade, Protests, and the NFL, America's Triple Combo Meal. The Macy's parade went ahead despite the rain, wind, and the general mood of the country being emotionally soggy. Balloons flew so low it looked like Pikachu was apologizing to pedestrians. And right when Ronald McDonald showed up, a bunch of pro-Palestinian protesters jumped out with a banner saying, "Don't celebrate genocide." Which is wild, because if there's one thing America hates more than war crimes, it's interrupting a parade. 21 protesters got arrested, and the parade kept going, because this is America. Both sides get their moment, but capitalism always wins. Then we got the NFL tripleheader. Lions versus Packers, Cowboys versus Chiefs, Ravens versus Bengals. It's the Thanksgiving ritual. Eat too much, yell at the TV, and pretend like every team still has a chance, even when their record looks like my high school GPA. Segment 8. The new Trump cabinet: loyalty, lawsuits, and lunacy. Trump's second-term cabinet is shaping up like a political version of the Avengers, except everybody's superpower is being on Fox News a lot. Rubio's at state negotiating peace deals that keep catching fire. Pam Bondi's at DOJ. Hegseth's in charge of the military. Kristi Noem runs Homeland Security. RFK Jr. has healthcare for some reason. And Tulsi Gabbard's running intelligence like she's auditioning for a reboot of Homeland. Half the positions are filled by acting leaders because Trump used a loophole to skip Senate confirmation. So basically, the federal government is now staffed the same way my cousin hires roofing crews. Whoever shows up gets the job. In conclusion, Thanksgiving 2025 ain't exactly peaceful. We got shootings in D.C., peace deals leaking like a rusty truck engine, Hong Kong on fire, healthcare falling apart, tariffs eating our wallets, parades getting protested, NFL chaos, and a cabinet held together with duct tape and loyalty. But hey, it's America. If there's one thing we're good at, it's stumbling through disaster with a plate of turkey and telling ourselves it'll all work out somehow. Until next time, stay poorly educated, stay loud, and stay thankful your problems ain't as big as Congress's.